What's up, guys? This is Josh from Casket Comics, going over the new releases for February 14th, 2024. We'll start with Image Comics. Our first one is a Creepshow one-shot based on Joe Hill's story Wolverton Station. It's a pretty cool book. I've always liked the Creepshow stories. If you're a big horror movie person, if you liked Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, it's a bit of that alley. Art's pretty interesting. Story's pretty simple though, based on this guy who is a just kind of a greedy businessman who pretty much rips people out of artifacts and stuff. The guy comes across a rare artifact and he has to ride the train to go get it, and he realizes he's not in where he thought he was, and it's a train full of humanoid wolves. It's a very weird story, but it's a very good one. The whole book is based off this one story. It's not multiple stories like the normal Creepshows. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm a really big fan of Joe Hill's work. I think a lot of it is actually better than his father's. So yeah, great short story based off him and great comic book. Next, we have Transformers number 5. Transformers has been a great read. I'm caught up now. Just read number 5 today. It's just really good. You know, you have some very good art. It's some really good, like, just personal moments with Optimus and the main character's father. Don't want to say too much about it or the story, but just some really cool shots of some of the Autobots. And also just the action in this is awesome. It's really fun. It's fast. It's a bit jarring at times because it's so like just calamity going on the entire time. But it's a really good read, and I definitely am looking forward to issue 6. I'm not reading Cobra Commander or Duke at the moment, so I'm not reading the entire Energon universe. The story is kind of set up, but just the Transformers itself, it's been a really good read. I definitely recommend it. Last from Image Comics is Kill Your Darlings number 6. This story has completely 180 from what I thought it was going to be about. Not in a bad way either. Just like, I love the story. Once again, I love the art. Art's very cool. And it's really, it's one of those things that is a very hard story to explain, other than what I explained about in the first issue. And it's like, you know, it is pretty much just this little girl has created this magical world. She doesn't know the world is kind of real, and in the process something happens to her mother to start the first issue out, and it kind of builds from there. But great book. Also, just continues to get better and kind of unlock some different parts of the story that I just didn't realize were going to come out of this. Like I said, just kind of completely 180 from the story, so in a good way. So now going into Marvel Comics, we have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver number 1. Scarlet Witch, this is the Rose Besh variant cover. Normally I get cover A's, but I wasn't super as much of, I'm a huge Scarlet Witch fan, but I wasn't really too keen on this book, so I gave it a shot, and I just bought what I thought was the best looking cover. I like the art. It's got some pretty cool art in the book. It also has Darcy's character from the MCU, which is kind of interesting, that Kat Dennings plays, and it almost feels like this feels very much like it was, you know, this is, I can read it in Kat Dennings' voice, so it was really well written for that. Also, just a side note, I've been seeing this ad in the comics lately. They are bringing back Ghost Spider. They're currently doing Spider-Gwen Smash, which is I think a 4-part series with Gwen going on tour with her band and her Earth 65 universe. But I think obviously this is going to be her trapped inside of the 616, and I think it might bring her into the 616 permanently. But I'm super excited for that. I hope it's more of a ongoing run. It does start in April, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I mean, this just kind of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in this get a box from Magneto with a letter inside of it. Scarlet Witch reading the letter burns it and doesn't let Quicksilver see it because she says it will hurt him and she doesn't want him to be hurt as a big sister. So, or maybe the little sister. I can't remember which one's older. I think he is. But, you know, they get into a fight over it. He runs. And she just it's kind of just about their personal, like, strife, dealing with each other as brother and sister, and the stuff they've been through together. And while with that happening, a new villain shows up and kind of challenges both of them. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, that's the Rose Best cover. So it was a pretty good issue. Like I said, I wasn't anything to write home about. Not my favorite, but you know, it's always personal opinion with comics. So if you like it, it's great. All right, next is Superior Spider-Man number 4. This story kind of had started with a flashback to when Doc Ock was Superior Spider-Man in the first run, and he pretty much created a supervillain. Now, supervillain is out and is threatening. She wants revenge on Spider-Man for what he did to her, and of course now Spider-Man's Peter, not Ock, but Ock and him were working together. And this issue is more of Ock trying to betray him and get inside his mind again to become the Superior Spider-Man. So you get kind of a really cool like landscape. So Doc like shows all the Sinister Six villains he could bring in the landscape, but Peter shows all the heroes he could bring. And so it just kind of comes down to a fight between Ock and Peter for their mind again, or for Peter's mind again. So it's a good issue, but it also has a really good conclusion, setting up the next issue. So I'm really excited to read that one. This has been a pretty good run so far. I'm curious to see if at some point if we will get we'll get Ock as some form of Superior back again. We had like some teases. You could see some versions of him in the Mindscape in this. So it'd be cool to see if they got him back because it was a really good read so far. But this is shaping up to be a good run. So I'm excited about that. Next from Marvel is Vengeance of Moon Knight number 2. I actually did just pick up issue 1 and read it as well. I read them back to back. It is a great story. In Moon Knight comics recently, spoilers, Mark Spector, Moon Knight, died. And this is about the group of heroes who are kind of like the Moon Knight group. You know, I think they call themselves what do they call it? The Midnight Mission. And it's really cool. And the first issue kind of showed you there's a new Moon Knight at the end, and it seems like it's not Mark Spector. We don't know for sure yet. And each issue is really interesting. It is a therapist interviewing one of the Midnight Mission, and it's kind of them telling their part of the story. So it's a really cool read. The art in this is awesome. The new Moon Knight looks great. I'm really curious to see who it is, see if it's actually Mark Spector resurrected, or if it's just somebody taking the mantle. He has powers that seem like powers from Khonshu, so he could be the new Moon Knight, but we're not sure yet. So it's a good read. Recommend picking it up. I'm not sure how big of a series this is going to be. I would say 4-part. Could be 6-part though. But also it's been a great read as well. Really enjoyed it. It surprised me how much I enjoyed it actually. So yeah, Vengeance of Moon Knight number 2 also came out this week. My last one for new comics this week is Spider-Gwen Smash number 3. This has been a really good... I'm a big Spider-Gwen fan. She's one of my favorite characters. Really enjoyed all the Spider-Gwen stories, but I think this is one of the strongest ones leading into this new series. I really like the art. The action's really well placed. The characters are fleshed out more. It's just a very, very good story. So I'll be really excited. I think next issue seems like it's going to be the finale, especially with them doing the new Spider-Gwen series starting in April. So it would make sense for this to finish up next month. So yeah, and this story is about Gwen going on tour with her bandmates in Earth 65. And they're the opening act for Dazzler's band, and Dazzler is being stalked, and they pretty much brought Gwen's band on knowing Gwen is Spider-Gwen to help them figure out what's going on and help her. So good read. Of course, things take their twists and turns. But yeah, like I said, really strong Spider-Gwen title. Super excited to finish this and super ready for the next one. And last but not least, this is not a newer issue, but this is the second print of Ultimate Spider-Man #1. I've shown you guys some pictures of this before, but we'll go through it again. Once again, I can't express enough how well written this comic was. We've got a really cool little prologue in the beginning that kind of explains the Ultimate stories that led up to this, from Ultimate Invasion and Ultimate Universe. It's just, once again, it's cool to see Peter Parker being 35 years old with 2 kids and married to Mary Jane. The art is amazing. I really like the way they drew Mary Jane in this. It's just cool to see Peter happy, and it's going to be super interesting. Got this cool shot of Jameson right there. It's going to be super interesting to see what comes next. Issue 2 is next week, so I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, you just have some great moments in this comic. There's a great moment with Peter and Jonah, where you kind of almost get Jonah as more of a father figure, even though in this universe Ben Parker's still alive. But it's really good read. I just really hope that it can continue to keep up this pace. Jonathan Hickman's a great writer. I've read a lot of his stuff, so I think he can do it. So I'll be super excited to see if that continues. Yeah, that is the new comics this week, guys. Also, I have one cool thing to share. This weekend here in my hometown was Big Lake Comic Con, and they had Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger, and the original Power Rangers. I have this Power Rangers The Return limited edition from MegaCon. It's limited to 400 copies. This is 352 of 400. And I got it signed by Amy Jo Johnson. So that's really cool. It's really shiny. Hopefully you can see it. I'm really excited to probably get this graded just to have it in my personal collection on the wall and keep it protected. But yeah, that is new comics this week, guys. Still, as always, like, comment, subscribe on this video. If there's more content you would like me to do, or more stuff, something you want me to change in these videos, structure, if something you want, let me know, and so I can get an idea. Because obviously I'm doing this for you guys. I really enjoy doing this for myself as well, but I'm doing it for you guys to enjoy. So if you're not enjoying it, or there's something you feel like you could get changed, let me know. And like I said, with like, comment, subscribe, I also have my Ultimate contest going on, where you'll get a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man #1, Ultimate Black Panther #1, and Ultimate X-Men #1. And Ultimate X-Men #1 drops in March, so that'll be when the contest ends, and I'll announce a winner. Pretty short on commenters and subscribers right now on the contest, so I would like to get it a little bit bigger. These issues are skyrocketing up. The first print of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 is upwards of $50 almost. Ultimate Black Panther is $20 to $30. So I don't mind giving them away. I bought extra copies for this reason. But if I'm giving away this kind of content and this kind of pricey material, I would like to just like to get some people commenting and giving me some ideas of, like I said, new content, just anything they want. I think in the original video I said to make a comment of like, what was your favorite Spider-Man iteration? But really just any comment will get you in this contest, and it's just worth it, guys. They're great reads. Price aside, this has been the best. I think Marvel's at its top with the comics right now, especially the Ultimate Universe. So really excited to read Ultimate X-Men, which is written and drawn by Peach Momoko, who's a very well-known Japanese artist, and she's just awesome. So yeah, guys, with that, as always, keep reading comics, and I'll see you guys in the next one.